Save that. Edit. Save this. On. Done. Save. Edit. Details. Yeah, we'll keep that thumbnail. Why not? Yeah. How are we? How are we doing? I'm doing okay, thank you very much. Becky's got some friends around and they're having a bit of a party downstairs. So I'm upstairs grinding squad battles, which is good. I'm currently winning 14-0. Hopefully, it's going to be a nice late whispered stream for you guys. Can you guys hear me, by the way? Just double checking that you can hear me. Do let me know. Bang. Hey Madondo, how are we doing? Can you guys hear me? Yeah, you can. You have been summoned, Mr. Girly Whirly. Think you have? I think the description's wrong, isn't it? I'm assuming it's wrong. Links, cross it into Kolo Moani. Misses. Ah! Here we go, let's show you the gameplay. Should be able to just do this. Hey, there we go. Wallop. Any TV shows you can recommend? Finish the Rookie. The Recruit. The Watcher. The Night Agent. And then I've just literally finished part 1 of The Witcher Season 3. And if you haven't watched any of The Witcher, go and bloody watch it. It's outrageously good. But yeah, The Witcher Season 3 part 1 came out on Friday. Thursday. I think it came out Thursday daytime. And I haven't watched it yet. And then I got home today, got upstairs, grinded a load of Division Rivals and Squad Battles games. And then, yeah, sat and watched it, which was good. I've literally, about 30 seconds to a minute ago, actually probably like 3 minutes ago now, but yeah, finished it, and then jumped straight on livestream. Yo, my top 3 favourite series of all time. That's tough, you know. That's tough. Prison Break's got to be number 1. I absolutely adore Prison Break, especially the first season or 2. I need to rewatch them, to be fair. I feel like there's some in there that I'm going to forget that should be towards the top. I don't really know. Where can I go with that? Favourite series of all time? Red Dwarf. I'm a big Red Dwarf fan. If you haven't seen that, it's on BBC iPlayer now, so you can check it out, but that's fucking funny. What else? Well, there's a series called Travellers I really liked as well. Basically, they go back in time and inhabit people who are just about to die. They're like, their body's just about dead, and they inhabit their body from the future to try and change past events to affect their future. So the future that they're from. Obviously something's gone wrong, there's like a big thing happening and they've got to try and prevent. The only way they can do that is by going back in time and inhabiting people's bodies from our present. In fact, I'm going to check these objectives first. Yeah, but that's how they do it, and it's fucking brilliant. Like, they each have their own role. There's one like a coordinator, there's a person that's called the historian. His job is to remember past events, like lottery numbers or who wins out of, you know, betting on the horse racing and things like that, just so that they can make a bit of money. But then they also have the aspect of having to take over these people's lives and actually live their life how it's supposed to. So like, some of these people are married, have brothers, have families, have other jobs, and they've got to try and fit in and do that. But sometimes, obviously, not all of their records show these people's histories. So one person, like the historian for example, it was never put down that he was a heroin addict. So this guy inherits this other geezer's body. Oh, Monk is top. Monk is very good, I like Monk. drama crime. I'm trying to think. You know what? I'm just going to quickly whip up Netflix. Browse by. Can I see things I've seen? I can go across to continue watching. There's not really much on mine, but continue watching because obviously I've got my new Netflix account. Let's go on to Becky's account, see if there's anything on there. Continue watching. There you go, watch it again. Oh, Sex Education's top quality. Fate the Wing Saga, I watched that, that was good. Outer Banks, we never finished watching season 2 of that, I got a bit bored of it. The Night Agent is incredible. Let me go on my list. See if there's anything in there that I have watched. The Sandman was quite good if you haven't watched The Sandman. Stranger Things, obviously Lincoln Lawyer was alright. The Last Kingdom, I need to carry on watching that. I think I stopped it after season 2. Series then, let's look on series and see if there's anything like top rated series. Popular on Netflix. Designated Survivor was good. I've never been a Breaking Bad type of guy. The Recruit's good. Binge-worthy, here we go. Bodyguard, if you haven't seen Bodyguard, I thoroughly recommend that. Breaking Bad and Game of Thrones never got me. Same, bang on. Breaking Bad and The Wire has to be up there. Haven't watched The Wire. Myself. Evening, Jake Crouch evening. Favourite films, all of the Harry Potters, obviously. Assist goals you can go across. Okay, we need to do one more of them. Play 15, I've got 3 more to play. I need to do drafts and do the gold up, silver upgrades. And 3 stars, we can do that. In fact, we need to go and we could do that now. In moments, very quickly. Yeah, so, all of the Harry Potters, unbelievable. And if I'm being totally honest, I've started reading the books as well, which is pretty cool. I say read the books, they're on Audible, so it is what it is, isn't it? I listen to them while I'm at work and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I'm on to Goblet of Fire at the minute, and the books are irrevocably better than the films. I don't know why they're better than the films. They are a lot more detailed, and they just do things in a better order, I think. When I'm in love with a TV show, I'm always so emotional. Yeah, man. Yeah, 100%. That's how they have to make you feel. And there's quite a few that haven't made me feel that way, and that's when I go, wasn't good enough. If I don't feel like relatively emotional or invested in it by the time I'm done, then nope. Oh my god, The Fall. If you haven't watched The Fall, that is easily my number 3. Quite easily. I shouldn't even have to think about that. Please tell me you've watched The Fall. Yeah, The Fall. Matondo, if you have not watched that, I recommend you just, I was going to say, and get out my live stream and start watching it. But, oh, bro, best series ever. You basically follow a guy who like, it's not going to be much of a spoiler alert because you find out, like, first episode. But he is the serial killer. But he doesn't really, I don't think he likes being a serial killer, if I'm being honest. but he is a serial killer. But then you also follow the police detective that's trying to find the serial killer. It's fucking incredible. Wait, I see that you like golf. I think you should try disc golf. I've always wanted to give disc golf a go, but I don't think I'd enjoy it as much as normal golf. But hey, could be good. Matona, genuinely, if you get a chance to watch the 4, is fucking fantastic. Like, stupid good. Like one of those you finish it and you think, because it's 3 seasons and it genuinely ends at 3 seasons. Like there's no like cliffhanger and they cancelled it or anything. It's just 3 seasons. There you go, man in circle. Still trying to wind up to watch the last season. I finished the season, no spoilers, where one person chose one other. Yeah. See, the last season is fantastic. Honestly, shout out John Boyce and do a little tap. There you go. That's them done, by the way. Golf doesn't have to be expensive. This is what I try to explain to people. It can be, and when you really want to start taking it seriously, it will be. But it doesn't have to be, if you don't want it to be. Where can you watch it? Oh, Netflix. Yeah, Netflix. It's on Netflix at the minute. Wait, it's all 3 seasons on Netflix. 3 seasons, psychological dark thriller. It's stupid good. Because you end up almost second guessing, like for the whole series, you're still trying to guess whether he is the serial killer, and you know he is because you see him do it. And for the whole thing, you think, is he actually, or is it just a bit funny? No, he is. Looking at buying a new car, budget's about $300 a month. I don't have the Mazda because I went and got an electric car because I charge my car at work. It ends up for me being cheaper to have a car that's more expensive on a monthly payment because now I don't pay any running costs on it. I've got a service plan on it, etc. But that takes nothing away from my Mazda. I absolutely loved my Mazda. It was fantastic, the service I got from Mazda as well. Again, do your own test drive, see if you like it. We're all different. We're all going to like different cars and different things. But if you were to ask me whether I recommend it, 100%. I actually only had mine for about 13 months. And I not that I regret getting rid of it, but I wouldn't have got rid of it if it didn't end up being cheaper for me to do what I'm doing now. Because of how far away I work, I go through quite a lot of petrol. But I get to charge my car at work for free, so yeah. What car is it? Do you have, and how much is the monthly payments? Is it? If not, I understand. I've got an MG4, and it's quite expensive. It's like just over £500 a month. But again, I'm not paying many of the running costs on it. And I've got a service plan, and it won't need an MOT until it's the 3rd year anyway, so. Does that make sense? So I'm literally like, with my Mazda, so here's the rundown. With my Mazda, I think it was about £280 a month. It might have even been less than that. But I was also spending £260 a month on petrol. So that's well over 500 quid. Pushing 600. Plus about 70 quid on insurance a month. No, it was less than 70 quid. It's probably about 60 quid insurance a month. Now, I've got my MG5 for just over £500. I don't have to have any of the running costs like petrol. And then I only pay, I think it's £64 a month insurance at the moment. So, you know, like it's similar, don't get me wrong, I'm not saving that much. But by not having to pay any electric for it helps. I just plug it in when I get to work. And I've got a home charger now anyway, so if I need to charge it when I'm here, I can do. And it costs like, I think it works out about £7 to fill it up overnight, even less, in fact. It costs £5.70 to fill it up. MG4's decent. I had an MG6 in my first car. I like the MGs. I'm looking at either Mazda 3, Honda i20 A3 or one. So they are literally all the cars that I looked at. Now, one thing to take into consideration, obviously I work in and around cars. I can give you some tips and tricks. MGs are cheap and cheerful, but I expect them to be cheap and cheerful. Like the parts on them are also quite cheap. They're not the best built cars because they're not going to be built in China and they're shipped over here. But they are, like I say, cheap and cheerful, and for what you actually get, it's very good. The Mazdas, Japanese, very well built. Really love the build quality of my Mazda. You do get a lot of the optional upgrades as standard. So mine came with my screen and my heated seats and things like that, which I was a big fan of, and I was very happy. And I would recommend the Mazda 3. When it comes to BMW and Audi, be careful because a lot of their things are optional extras. So if you do want things like heated seats or touchscreen or random shite like this, just be conscious of the fact that they may bump up the bill on how much you've got to pay a month. But again, I'd personally go Audi over BMW at the moment because we're hitting a stage at the moment where BMW sort of need to upgrade their interior. They've started doing it on like the 5 Series or the M5 Sports and things like that. And the interior, sort of like the dashboard, is getting a bit more high tech, but the 1 Series are still quite old looking, and they've still got that 2008 to 2012 dashboard that I think just looks so out of date now. But again, if you like that style and that's something that you actually really like about it, then that's your preference, and I can understand going for it. But the Audis and the MGs and even the Mazda to a sense isn't that high tech, so that's something to take into consideration. But again, what you get with Mazda is impeccable build quality, from what I felt anyway, and a lot of stuff is standard, which is very nice and all within your budget. I just found out that I had this TV show on my start screen for a while now, and I even had the show in my list. The trailer didn't catch me, that's why I never watched it. What is he on about? The Fall? Would you recommend electric car over fuel? Yeah, Elon Musk fucked Twitter today. What the fuck is he on? You can only see 600 posts. Fuck off. So expect this is what I had to get used to. I had to get used to charging my car more frequently than I'd have to fill it up. So at least when I first got it, I was like, fucking hell, I'm going through this like absolutely no time. If it says 300 miles, expect about 220. You are never going to get the mileage it suggests. That is the number one rule that I will always tell people. If your thing says you can get 320 miles, right, you're probably going to get about 220 mile range. I'm just going to be perfectly honest with you. Right, if you're doing from here to your local shop and that's the only driving you do, then yes, you may hit around 280 to 300 mile range. But if you want to go on the M1, or you want to do 60 miles an hour down a road where you're supposed to do 60 miles an hour, you will begin to lose range. So expect that. Then you come on to the fact that I was going through that and I was thinking, fucking hell, I'm not getting my range. I'm having to charge up every 2 or 3 days, which I do. I think if I charged mine tomorrow night, I'd be charging mine again at work on Thursday. So I tend to charge on like a Monday and a Friday, or a Sunday and a Thursday sort of thing, right? But then I have to sit there and think, okay, if I was filling up my car, it would cost me about £55 to £70, and that'd last me a week and a half. Say I even have to charge 3 times in a week and a half, that still only cost me £20 or less. Or, like I say, if I'm doing it at work, it's free. So really, I am doing it a bit more frequently, and it is something you've got to take into consideration, especially for long journeys. Like, I can get from here to Blackpool, charge my car in Blackpool, and then get back, which I've already done this year. That's fair enough. Yeah, I do recommend the Mazdas if you are looking at petrol cars. Like I say, the MGs, I'd stray away from their petrol models, just because, that they're heavily transitioning to electric now, as a lot of companies are, to be fair. But if you're going to get an MG, the only one I can technically recommend is the MG4s, because that's the one I've got. And again, if you do go for the base model, you might only be getting 180 to 150 miles out of it, because the range isn't brilliant, if if I'm being honest. The range isn't brilliant, but that's just electric cars at the moment. They've got a long way to come in terms of range. The actual technical build qualities of them, the safety standards of them, they're in sort of like their teenage years. Like, they've gone through the toddler stage of like trying to convince people to get them. You know, back in the day, no one wanted them. There's nowhere to charge your car. Now the infrastructure's there. They've grown up a bit. They've got all the features that people want on them. You know, they've got your touchscreen, you've got your Android Auto, you've got your heated seats, and you've got your whatever it might be. Fantastic. The range is increased, it's improved, it's very nice. Yes, they're very good, like, day-to-day cars, but if you're doing miles and miles every day, it's not there yet. Like, it's not there for people like businessmen that travel up and down the country all day, every day. It's not built for them yet. You can get your Tesla that will get you 300 plus mile. You're still charging every 10. Like, every 2 to 3 days, or every journey, if you've got to travel up and down the country. Multiple times. Do you think I'm winning this? It's currently 9-0. But yeah, it is a bit of a culture shock. It is, like, I'll say that to absolutely anyone that's thinking about getting an electric car now. If you haven't had a petrol car, it's probably not going to be that much different. Do you know what I mean? Because you're not really used to anything. But if you've gone from like an Astra Corsa, Renault Clio, a Hyundai i20, whatever it might be that you're driving at the moment, Ford, and then all of a sudden you jump to electric, it is a culture shock. It is a very different way of having to utilise a car. It's like going from a house phone to a mobile phone. Like, yes, some things may be a lot easier and more convenient, and yes, the running costs might be less, and it might be a lot easier to deal with, and it has more functions and whatever, but it is different to your house phone. Do you know what I mean? That whole culture shock that people had to get used to years ago. Did you hear your thoughts on Mount? The Reds 2 years ago was slating you for putting him in your team and you were defending him with your life. He's a great player. The issue is, number one, he doesn't fit Podge's system at all. So I'm okay for us to get rid of him. Two, he's acted poorly. From all the reports I've seen, he's been forcing this move away for the last couple of months. And I've gone, yeah, cool. If you don't want to be here, you don't want to be here. I'm never, ever, ever going to be upset about a player leaving that doesn't want to be at the club. Like Kante. Kante's gone. He's left on a free transfer. Cool. Happy days. You've done your thing. You've run down your contract. You've been an absolute servant to the club. You've been absolutely fantastic while you've been here. It's time for you to move on in your journey. Happy days, and I wish you the best. I'm going to say the same to Mount. I wish him all the best. I hope he does do well, because I just like seeing people do well. You know, that's just me. But he's been a cunt about it, and I don't appreciate that. And it's quite blatant to see that there's just something not right with that whole saga. I don't know if he's fallen out with anyone or what. And then also we got £60 million for him. Well, 55 plus 5. Thank you. That is an overspend. I couldn't have seen him going for more than 45 when it was reported that he was leaving. The fact we got £60 million for him is a godsend. And it's funded the transfer for Caicedo, who fits the system better, who actually, by the sounds of it, really wants to be at the club. I can't slate it. Used to share an electric Clio, that was very good. Wicked. Good evening. Hi Harry, how are we? You're only in your second year of driving. Currently I have an 09 Z-Tech Fiesta. Nice. Not thinking of getting a new one yet, but what would you recommend in a few years for a next car? Again, it depends if you want to make the switch to electric. There are a few electric cars I would definitely avoid. Anything Vauxhall, Peugeot, Citroen based. Avoid them. The range on them is fucking horrific. It's so bad. Anything MG, Hyundais at the minute, they're electric cars, the Konas. That's what my missus has got. I can't say a bad word against them. They're fucking fantastic, albeit a bit more expensive, and you do have to watch out for the carpets. because in a lot of the Hyundais the carpet's made of this real shit material, so defo get carpet mats, because if you want a new carpet they're about £1,000. I have to, the amount of carpets I have to order at work, or at least put down on the estimate at work, whether we order it or not is a whole different issue. The amount of carpets I put down, and just to let you know, on a Hyundai Tucson, again, it's a 4x4, but on a Hyundai Tucson, the carpet is £1,334 for an interior carpet. Outrageous. And then you've got your labour costs of removing and refitting it, which takes 4 hours. So yeah, expensive bit of kit that. So make sure you get carpet mats if you go Hyundai. Like I say, my MG, wicked, nice and cheap. I genuinely think it's the cheapest on the market for the type of car you get. Like, I think you can genuinely get one for as little as like £280 a month. Maybe £380 a month, something like that. Shall I have a quick look? Because I pay more for mine because I also had negative equity when it came to handing my Mazda in. So they had to take that on board as well. Pre-order, yeah, of your offers. New cars, MG4 EV. Here we go, look. SE, the basic trim. Yeah, you're going to get 160 miles. Yeah, mine says 205 miles motorway driving, which is fair enough, that's what I get. Slow moving traffic in towns and cities and rural roads about 300 miles. Happy days, bit of everything, 270 miles. I probably do get about 205, but like I say, I'm up and down a motorway for 90% of my journey every week. Finance quote, here we go. From just an SE normal. Choose my plan and options. If you put a 0% deposit, 48 months. Okay, it won't do it. Who cares? Would you recommend buying outright or like monthly? In what sense? I've done a car video. I've done a car video on the new MG4 lad. If you want to go check it out. If United get Onana, that's a good. That is a good signing for United. That's fantastic. And I don't like the way they've treated De Gea. I think it's appalling for a player that's been arguably one of their best players in the past decade. So Jake, how do you mean? Well, by the way, you said it. Szoboszlai to Liverpool is an incredible signing. It is good, but £70 million release clause for a player that I do rate very highly after you've just signed McAllister. I know you're going to switch to that 4-5-1 formation with 2 cams. It just seems a bit dodgy. Reece James, I think he's technically in recovery. I think he's recovered from his injury. He might have had an operation actually, so I'm not too sure. Either way, I think he'll be back for the season, I think. But yeah, that's Arsenal and Liverpool both changing systems going into the new season, which seems very strange for me. Seems very strange. Unless they've both identified it as a formation to beat or at least match Man City, which is fair enough. What was I going to say? Yeah, if you mean like would you recommend buying it outright once you've paid the finance? So my suggestion would be not. If you're paying finance on a car and you're paying on like 250 quid a month and then your balloon payment at the end is 15 grand, don't do it. Because what you need to understand is you will have paid 15 grand. Genuinely, Jake, it's all dependent on what you want to do. If you want to spend £10,000 on a car, on like a pre-owned car or used car, whatever it might be, depending on what year and age, if you can find a good bargain, happy days. If you want to do that because you know that after that there's going to be no overhead, you're not paying a monthly fee, then go and do it. You can have that car for as many years as you like. If you know that you're going to have one car and you are going to keep it for maybe 7 to 10 years. Cool. You do that. No one's going to bat an eyelid. Whereas myself, I know that I'm probably going to get bored of a car in 4 years' time and probably want to upgrade to a new one if I can afford it. My way of thinking about it isn't necessarily I'm paying however much for a car spread over 4 years and then I'm just handing it back. My premise is I'm going to be paying £15,000. Well, I think it works out I pay about £12,000. Maybe more than that. I think it's about £14,000 for a car over 4 years that's worth £30,000. You're going to be paying £10,000 for a car that's worth £10,000 and having it for 6 to 8 years, or even more. If you look after it and you take care of it, you can have it for as long as you like. Whereas I know that in 4 years' time, I'm going to be handing it back, getting another one, probably for a similar amount of money or even less a month, and I've basically bought a 30 grand car for the next 4 years for £15,000. Then all I've got to do is hand it back and get a new one. Or, alternatively, I go to another dealership and go, hi, I've got this. This is how much is left on it. Thank you very much. Can I get in one of yours instead? Cool. Another thing that I suggest, if you are getting it on finance, which obviously you're suggesting you are, I wouldn't put a deposit down. I'd have that deposit in my bank account that I would have put down and use that as your first however many months payments, because all you're doing is taking that deposit off the final price. So say you're going to be paying say the car's worth £25,000, okay? You put a 10 grand deposit, you've paid 10 grand, and then you're going to be paying half of 15 grand, so 7.5 over the next 4 years. They're still going to demand another 7.5 once you get to the end of that, which you're going to go, I haven't saved up 7.5 because I've been paying towards the car. Like, hire purchase is different. You put if you are looking to buy it at the end, I'd do hire purchase. If you're looking to just hand it back and get another one, or trade it in at another dealership and get a different manufacturer's car, do PCP with no deposit, or do a hire purchase with a deposit, and however much you can afford. That's the way I'd go about it. Because I know for a fact I'm never paying the balloon deposit at the end, because I'm not going to be able to afford to, nor would I want to, because I want to hand it back in and go, thank you very much. That was a brilliant 4 years. I didn't put any deposit down. I've paid for my usage of the car over this certain amount of time, and now I want another one. Please, thank you very much. See you later. What's up, E-Man? How are we? Does that make sense? So if you are going to buy the car at the end and keep it, pay the deposit that you can afford, don't overstretch yourself, and then look to see whatever, you know what I mean. High powerful birthday, Cantona or team of the season, Lewandowski. Honestly, don't know, mate. Never used either of them. Sorry guys, I sneezed there. That was a lucky catch from me. To mute the mic. Open it muted. Thanks for explaining, really appreciate it. No worries, Jake, no worries. I just hope it... See, this is another thing I keep getting. I keep seeing a lot of people, like even just out and about in public, that go, yeah, but your car's on finance. You never own the car. Great. Owning a car can genuinely be the worst shit in the world sometimes. If you own a car and it breaks, you've got to pay to fix it. And yes, I know I've got to pay to fix it if mine breaks. Don't get me wrong. But you've got to pay to have it serviced, you've got to pay to have it MOT. Guess what? Mine's paid for in my monthly payments. I think my tyres are covered. My tyres and my paintwork are covered in terms of chips. If it's over a certain size, like 30mm, then I've got to pay for it to be fixed. But certain things are covered. Cosmetic cover, things like that. I've got a brand spanking new car where things are less likely. I said less likely, not going to go wrong, but less likely to go wrong. Things can go wrong, And if something major goes wrong in that first year or two, you can argue, well, hang on a minute, it's a brand fucking new car, and you're telling me the battery's gone or the engine's gone or fucking what? And they can go, fair enough, we've noticed that a few things. Yeah. They can argue it as well and go, no, you know, things go wrong on a car, you got to pay for it. Cool, I'll pay for it. But it's always the thing with finance is people tend to put things on finance that they can't afford. My car's budgeted. My car's budgeted out of my monthly outgoings based on how much I work. And like I said to you, in theory, actually in practicality, it's costing me less. Even though my car's monthly payments are more, it's costing me less. So when I think about it in 4 years' time, okay, cool. What I might need to do then is get another car that's maybe a little bit cheaper. Maybe look for one that about 400 or 350 to 450 pounds a month. That's just as nice. And actually, I've saved myself money there then. I doubt it because the price of everything's going up. But yeah, I don't like the snobbery of going, you'll never own your car. I don't want to own my car. If I'm being totally honest, if I could pay £20 a month to never own my car but have it for a lifetime, cool. And then when it breaks, you trade in, I'd do that. Because I don't ever want to own my car. Because they depreciate the minute you drive it off the lot. I'm never, ever, ever going to end up buying a new one if I was to try and own a car. Unless I win the lottery and I can afford to. There's just no need. It's like, how many people do you know buy a house outright instead of getting a mortgage? Your house is on finance. No, it's a mortgage like everyone else does. You get a mortgage for your car. For your house, not for your car. I don't necessarily think they're just jealous. I just think they just don't see... They don't see it as like ownership. Because it isn't ownership. But they also don't see the people that are just like, yeah, cool, I own my car. They can take it away at any time. With just cause. They've got to have causation. They can't just be like, right, I want your car back. No. If you haven't made your payments, yes, they're going to take your car back. Blah, 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 blah. They might take your car back. No worries, Matondo. I told you, it's fucking... Honestly, I can't wait to live stream again, like next week or whatever, and you just say you've watched it all. It's the best series. It's the best series you've ever watched in your life. Don't get me wrong, it's a little bit fucked up. Like, expect fucked upness. Because it's about a serial killer that goes around killing people. And a specific type of profile, to be fair. But yeah. But realistically, what things you can do with owning a car that you can't do having a car? Exactly, bro, exactly. You still got the same insurance. You still pay the same amount of insurance, by the way. Doesn't change anything on insurance. Like, I also get gap protection, which it's daft. I think it's costing me about £7 a month extra to get gap protection, which means basically the value of my car has now depreciated, but the finance of it doesn't match up. Okay, so say the insurance that I've got, say your car's worth 25,000, but my finance says you've still got 27,000 to owe. In normal cases, you will get given your £25,000 and you will, you'll get given the value of the car. You'll pay off the finance, but you'll still be left with £2,000. So you've got to try and slum up that £2,000 from somewhere. In reality, I've got gap insurance, which covers the gap. Hence why it's called gap insurance. It covers the extra bit of money, which is why you have to ring them first if you have an accident. You ring your gap insurance and say, look, I've had an accident. I've got a suspicion my car's going to be written off. Obviously, this is how much is left on my finance, blah, 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 blah. And they go, brilliant, we'll ring your insurance for you, we'll deal with all that and make sure that we get a fair offer and then cover the rest. Cool. Cheers, Jeff. And if your car gets written off, it's covered. And then you don't pay a penny, which is great because I didn't put a deposit down on it, which means that I haven't lost any money. And I can just go back in and say, look, I want another one, thank you very much. Cheers, Jeff. See you later. So always get gap insurance when you've got a car on finance. That is another bit of a tip to be aware of. If you haven't got gap insurance, you're going to be fucked if you do write it off or someone else writes it off because you can't control anyone else on the road. And also, these people that complain about finance probably have a phone on contract. It's just finance. That's all it is. Oh, I got a new watch today. Well, not today. I got it last week, but yeah, Gap Insurance is very. They'll always try and upsell it anyway. Truthfully, when I was at MG, was it? It was either MG. No, it was Mazda. When I went to Mazda, they said that you can basically get Gap Insurance from anywhere. You don't even have to get it from the dealership. I always take it from the dealership because they have all your details, and it just makes things a lot easier. And they often combine it with a service plan, so you'll do like service and Gap Insurance, things like that. Okay, so that's what I did. When I went to Mazda and got my Mazda, the guy explained to me, well, especially the one at Derby, because they're franchisees, they're not actually like Mazda garages. It was Beechwood, so it was a franchisee. They're told to charge a certain amount for Gap Insurance, but he said he doesn't charge the full amount because otherwise they make a profit. So, say Gap Insurance should cost you £5 a month. A lot of people charge you like £13 a month per se. And they say what they do is the £7 a month goes towards insurance, the rest go towards themselves and make a profit on it, and that's what it's just a markup. It happens in life. He says he doesn't do that. He lays out exactly what insurance you're getting, who it's through, blah 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 blah. They give you the full protection, and they don't charge you any more than it costs them. So they don't make a profit on it because they think that Gap Insurance is genuinely the most important thing that you're going to get with a finance deal. And I think I used to pay £13 a month for it, but I didn't have a service plan when I had my Mazda, which I'm sort of happy about because I only had it for a little while. So if I'd have been paying for a service plan, I'd have been a bit. And actually, saying about this, so I currently pay. Let me have a look at it. So for my service plan and Gap Insurance, let me go into my documents. I think I pay £57 a month for service and Gap, £48 a month. So for my service and Gap Insurance, I pay £48 a month, right? I only pay that for 1 year, and then I get covered for 4, because they basically do it as like a whole. They work out how much it's going to cost over the 4 years, and instead of it being £7 a month, they say, can you afford £48 a month, or however much it is for anyone else. That's just my quote that I got. And they said, pay that for 12 months, and then you're covered for 4 years. Which, again, is another way of sort of keeping you there for 4 years, because you've already paid for it for over 4 years. It's basically to stop people paying it, like, across 4 years, only having the car for 2 and not paying for it. And it's just one of those. But I'm happy because then after a year of owning the car, I don't ever pay anything towards it again, and it's always going to be there. So I'm quite happy with that, to be fair. Yo, Luke, how are you and the dog? Me and the dog are beautiful. We actually went on a very long walk today, and he was absolutely golden. He doesn't like walking. He really, really detests being on a lead. So I took him around a nature reserve with a friend of mine who took her 2 dogs out, and it was lovely. Went on a really long walk, and he was knackered. But yeah, Jake, Gap Insurance is so important. Again, when you go and buy a car, when you go speak to people at dealerships or whatever, they'll try and upsell it you anyway. Just say to them, look, I know it's important, I know I need it. Isn't that a way for them just to get more money though? It is, but you're covered over 4 years. No worries. Like I say, do your due diligence when it comes to actually buying the car. Make sure you test drive it. Please make sure you test drive it. The amount of people I know that go, oh, I bought a car, I'm not too fond of it, I should have test drove it. I'm like, test drive it, idiot. I look like Eugene Simon. I'm not even Googling that. Yeah, I think it's the standard to get Gap Insurance because it is so important. And again, they will always try and upsell it, yeah, because it is important and you should get it. It's just dependent on how much you're wanting to pay for it. Go and compare the market. You can probably get it for about £7 a month just for the Gap Insurance. Service plans are different because, you know, ideally, another thing as well, just ask them the question while you're there, because this is another question that we got asked. And I know a few people have done it. Have a look where you have to get it serviced, because a lot of the PCP and HP contracts stipulate that you must get it serviced at that dealership, or you might get charged for it at the end if they go through the service book at the end and they notice it's had a service at not their own garage. They may charge you for it. I remember I had a friend called Jerome who I worked with. His job was to literally go and pick up people's cars after the finance had ended. And he picked up, he said he'd have one a week, easily one a week, where they got their car serviced at a different garage. And they got charged $3,000 per service at a different garage. Because it went against terms of contract, and the contract stated that if they didn't get it serviced at the correct location, it was £3,000 charge, or charge back against the car, sort of thing. So if you were handing it in, they'd value your car at $3,000 less. So, and people used to absolutely kick up almighty hell, and he used to just be there like, that's what it is. And again, that's just because people haven't read the contracts. So again, just one of those. Ask them, double check with them while you're there. Where do I have to get it serviced? Just say to them, do I have to get it serviced and MOT'd here? Is that part of the contract? Or can I get it serviced anywhere? Will I be charged? Blah, 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 whatever. If they go, no, you can get it serviced anywhere, we're not really too fussed, but we will offer you a service plan. That's a different story. But if you do have to get it serviced and MOT'd, then look into a service plan. I've only got it because it makes my life a fucking lot easier. They ring me up, just due for a service. I go, cheers. Oh, it's already covered? Yep. Thank you very much. Cheers. But then if you get rid of your car before your 4-year plan, they've got 4 years worth of gap insurance off you for saying it to you. Yeah, they have. Correct. If you've got a car on HP, then your funds modify, but also limited you modify, especially on PZ. Exactly, bro. That's the thing. Oh, modifying it. I am 99% certain you can modify the vehicle. Again, as long as you let your insurance know when you modify a car. If it's something that you have to let your insurance know about, like changing the primary colour of your car, certain exhaust, blah, blah, whatever it might be. Always let your insurance know. Keep the original parts, and it has to go back just as well. Like, I'd be careful, because if you go to modify a thing and, you know, snap a bolt or something, or break a part by doing it, then you could be up some shit, because it's got to go back as it should. Like, if you handed back the car and it was still modified, they will charge you for it, believe me. And that's if you're even allowed. Again, I'm not into modifying cars myself. Like everyone at work does, or a lot of people at work do. They get different wheels and fucking different exhausts and whatever. I'm not into that. I really just, it doesn't appeal to me. I like my car, I get it, I drive it, I go home. Do you know what I mean? So definitely, I can't give you sound advice on that. As far as I'm aware, you can, as long as it goes back as it should do. Does that make sense? I mean, I wouldn't suggest you modify it and then just hand it back with the mods on it. You'd be daft. Do you know what I mean? Like, who pays all that to get it modified and then just gives it back after 4 years anyway? But then again, if you're going to give your car back, why are you modding it? Because you're then going to get a new car and then mods aren't going to fit or work. Do you know what I mean? It's just, it seems a bit strange. Yeah, is it Iram? Iram. We'll go with Iram. I prefer that name anyway. Yeah, they're different policies. Yeah, HP I can assume you're fine, because like you say, you're going to keep it, so yeah, it's fine. But again, when it comes to servicing the car and things like that, maybe they'll look to, I don't know, if they come to service the car and you've got a different exhaust on it, they're going to be like, well, hang on a minute, yes, technically it's fine. Or you've put a non-genuine radio in, they're going to go, what the fuck's going on here? Or the tyre's fine. Well, I don't know, they're different to what we expected to see. Whatever. I suppose the people, the mechanics, know what to expect though, and whether it's in standard. You don't want it to kick up a fuss on its service because you fucked about with it. Or an MOT. I suppose it's the MOTs you've got to watch out for. Oh shit, I need to score from an edit, don't I? Or score from a cross, should I say. Have you watched The Boys on Amazon? I haven't. It's not something that's necessarily piqued my interest, if I'm honest. I think I started watching episode 1 of season 1, obviously. And it's just not something that I think interests me. So, I probably won't watch it. I need to score from across. God, we've been going for 50 minutes already. William Bland. No one's going to score from across like this. Go on. No, Kolo Muani, you're meant to be the guy in the box that scores this header. Jesus, what a tackle. What plans for videos have you got coming up? Right, so here's where I'm at. I've got a watch video coming out Monday. Haven't recorded anything for Wednesday yet, but I did have an idea or two. I want to do an only up video because I bought that and I just need to sit and play it. It's going to be frustrating as fuck, but I think while it's trending, I might as well put a video up on it. Outside of that, I want to do all the kit reviews, but I'm waiting. Like I'm seeing all these kits come out for the Premier League and different leagues and the Barcelona kit and whatnot, right? But I can't record the video because the website hasn't done each like league individually yet. It's just done like, here's a link to see the Arsenal kit. Here's a link to see. I can't do that for all the Premier League and Bundesliga kits. That'll be long. So I'm waiting until the website's updated so you can actually see the Premier League kits and the like Bundesliga kits in this area. And I want to get all them done. I'll probably end up recording them at some point next weekend if I can. If it's available, and then that'll be like Monday or Wednesday video for the next 5 or 6 weeks, depending on how many leagues are released and how many leagues we look at. Yeah, I'd love to do one with him, but he's not replying to. Oh, he's not replying to my messages because we speak quite a bit. But it's just it's what is it? Unconfirmed sort of thing. We just need to discuss it really. But I know he's very, very busy at the minute, so probably not. I have asked 1 or 2 other people to do it. One of them said yes, but we haven't really organised it. It's just not something that is easy to organise with people. Does that make sense? Especially in this space. But hold your horses, because I'm actually going to go meet a few of them, a few different creators soon. Hopefully, if it all goes to plan. And maybe we might be able to collab on a few things like in the future, and that'd be quite nice. I'd love to, but again, us lot meeting isn't going to be a case of, oh, do you want to all work with each other? It's not going to be that. It's just going to be a case of, hi, I'm Luke, nice to meet you all. Let's go for a drink, and let's have some food, and let's have a good natter, and have some fun. Later in the month, most of the teams would have released their kits. Exactly, bro. I also want to do the transfer window thing. I know I've done one on Football Manager for Chelsea. That's probably the only one I'm going to be doing because it didn't do too well in terms of views and reach and engagement, things like that. So I'm probably not going to do another one. But what I am going to do, oh yes, Kolo Muani. What I am going to do is my transfer videos-ish on who I think, I'm going to do one with who I think each team should sign. I'm going to hopefully print that out and get that on like a top-down view because them videos tend to do better than me just reading from a screen. And on top of that, obviously we need to do a transfer window roundup in September when the transfer window's ended. No, what are the crosses? How do you score from crosses, by the way? What buttons do you press to do that really funky cross that I see everyone do against me? Would they just pinpoint someone's head? Score, dickhead. What are your thoughts on plans for the Football Manager 24 and 25? Right, so here's my viewpoint. I've only seen stuff for FM25 based on what people have put on Twitter, which is the fact that there's no women's teams and they're using a new engine. absolutely fucking fantastic. I am going to be playing so much FM25 as whichever the lowest predicted WSL team is going to be. And I'm going to try and get them to glory in the Women's Champions League, and I'm going to try and get them to win the fucking Women's Premier League. I think it's going to be absolutely fantastic. I can't wait. There's so much I want to do because I am a massive fan and I'm a big advocate for women's football. You guys might not know it. I think in the past decade, I've seen 3 times as many women's games as I've seen men's games. I've actually been to the Emirates 3 times to see Arsenal ladies play. Mental, and that's just this season alone. Get that. Actually, no, I went 2 times this season, should I say. And I really enjoyed it, to be fair. I've been to see England play, I think it was Estonia or Lithuania a few years ago. At the Notts County ground. That was kind of cool. Got to see Karen Carney and who else played in that game? What's her face? Oh my god, I'm forgetting her name because I'm trying to concentrate on scoring from across. I think you press RB while crossing. Right, let's try that next time. Oh, that's a red card. Shit. It's actually nothing. Here we go. But yeah, I'm buzzing about that. I haven't necessarily seen... The only thing I've seen from FM24 is the fact that you can carry on your save. Again, I like that. I do. But I don't see its importance to carry on your save. I get the whole on Xbox Game Pass and things like that because you can have the same Xbox and it automatically updates and people lose their saves quite a lot. But I don't see the necessity to carry on your save. I think the whole point of it is the fact that teams in real life are in different situations every season. So like at the start of this I downloaded the winter update, but I'm assuming as part of well actually to be fair, as a part of the start of this one that's just released 23? Yeah. Chelsea had a lot of players that you needed to offload and you needed to basically gain a budget, which I think was exactly like real life. If we go into next season and I'm already 20 years ahead, I'm playing the new game but with exactly the same save, I just don't see the appeal of it. But if that's what people wanted, then that's what people wanted. And again, if it's something they've worked on to implement, then fair dues. But yeah, Unity Engine, I'm hoping they can do bits with because it's going to be better graphic-wise. I think the animations are going to look better. I think it's fantastic for the game. Let's go inside. Oh, dickhead. I'll score anyway. No, I won't. Might be L1. I've got 9 minutes to score. Oh my god, I'm not even winning. I need to win. Shit, I didn't realise it was 1-1. When did they score? Cool. They're going to score again. I'm going to lose to Squad Battles Professional. What's going on? Here we go. Do I risk the cross? No. No. I just go and score for now. There we go, I got a goal. Thoughts on Chelsea selling the whole team? We're not selling the whole team. What you've got to remember is the fact that Chelsea had like, I think it was 29 players out of a total of 25 they could register. And that was without the likes of Lukaku and Ampadu coming back and Hudson-Odoi coming back. We have got too many players. We have to offload them. So what have Chelsea done? They've identified, so far, I think it's 5 or 6, right? If you think about who's left, Kante over 30, Koulibaly over 30, Kovacic over 30, Mount was forcing a move out. Yes, he's young, but at the same time, if he doesn't want to be here, he doesn't want to be here, and we got 60 mil for him. Havertz, exactly the same. Would have fit in Pochettino's system, but doesn't want to be here, wants to leave, probably at the right time to leave, and we've got a pretty penny for him. Cool, happy days. We've sold a lot of the players. Mendy over 30, see you later. We're getting rid of Deadwood and we're also getting rid of wages. I think so far we've saved £100 million per year on wages. Fucking bonkers. mental. I think I'm done. Let me record Ready for the Road to Glory. Thoughts on Kane, stay or go, and £60-70 million offer received. If I was Kane, I'd be leaving as soon as possible. If your club has not done anything as of yet to win you a trophy, and they go and sign, right, their downfall started when they sacked Mourinho before a final. That could have been Kane's uplift to winning trophies at club level. They fucked him off, see you later, okay. Kane needs to be thinking, right, we need a winning manager coming in here. And they go and get Postecoglou. That should be Kane's way of going, right, fuck this, see you later, I'm gone. £70 million is fair enough to replace me with. Fuck off. So he needs to go. But I would also like him at Chelsea. I don't think he will go to Chelsea. I don't think we'll ever see him near a Chelsea kit. But I would like it. That being said, I just need to record for the Road to Glory. Hey everybody, welcome back. Welcome back to the AS Clam Road to Glory, and we are currently live. It is like midnight. We are going to take a more in-depth look at the new... Will it work? Where is it? Here we go. We're going to take a more in-depth look at the new Shapeshifters team. Obviously, we had a look earlier in the last episode, but we're going to have a look at these. Centre mid Lloris looks kind of tasty, you know. I would actually like him. That would be very good in our team. Who else is ridiculous? Striker Maguire is insane. I'm not really going to look at the icons because they're icons and they are what they are. Pogba, striker, can play right wing, right mid, centre forward and striker. Perfect. Did that. So again, probably an engine. That looks fantastic. I wouldn't say it's 5 million coins fantastic, but it is great nonetheless. But it's 5-star, high low. That's brilliant. Cam Felix. I'd love this card. Look at it, 96 rated. It's not screaming out 96 rated card, but again, 5-star, high medium. You'd play him as a centre mid, I think. Maybe is it a sentinel? That's nice. Again, an engine could be actually an engine really works on him. That's very nice. Hugo Lloris then, 790k, 4-star, 5-star. Jesus. In fact, like a hunter on him, I think. Holy crap, that's very nice. Although, actually, no, we're going to go engine again to get that agility up a little bit. Although it boosts his passing, we don't need it. What does? Dribbling and pace. In fact, dribbling and something else, a finisher might be good. Wow, finisher actually is very nice. Because his passing's already fantastic. His defending and physicals are great. His dribbling then gets better. Shooting's great. 700k, Shadow. People are obviously going to say Shadow just to keep him as a CDM. Actually, that's very nice, isn't it? And then we have a Harry Maguire striker. As a 6'4" lengthy striker. Needs an engine on him. It's screaming for an engine. Better pace, better agility and balance. Passing gets improved. His shooting's already great. 5-star, 4-star. Yeah, he's fantastic. So let's go back into the game because I have been very busy tonight. I've been very busy. I have done 27 objectives. We've done the 2 daily logins. I did it last night. Well, actually, I did it this morning for Fridays. Then after 6 o'clock, we went ahead and did this. Which means we get 80 plus times 5, 83 times 2. And again, we're yet to pack a... Oh, how have I not done this Gavi objective? Oh, I'm going to have to go into another game at some point and do that. We've still got to do foot draft as well, so hopefully we'll score in across with foot draft. I'm just going to switch this back over to the live stream screen so I can see what's happening. Opinions on Havertz and Mount leaving. I've already been through this. I'm glad to see them go. Havertz, definitely glad to see him go because he underperformed a lot and he just relied on that Champions League goal keeping him in favour at Chelsea. Really. They've got to get Kane gone or he goes for free next season. Really worth 60 mil for one season. Yeah, I also think he needs to go. Yeah, no, he needs to leave. Because, like you say, he'll go for free. And that's not good to Spurs. It also opens the door for him to go anywhere. I'm surprised Real Madrid aren't looking at him. I wouldn't be surprised if Real Madrid, they've got Joselu, they're looking at Mbappe, and they're thinking, fucking hell, he's going to be expensive. May also leave on a free, linked to Arsenal and Liverpool. I'm surprised Chelsea aren't looking at Mbappe as a goal scorer. If I was Chelsea, I was looking at £80 to £100 million strikers, I'd be looking at Mbappe straight away. Yeah, Bayern's already put 70 million in. If I was Spurs, I'd say yes within a heartbeat for that, because 70 million for a guy with 1 year left on his contract. I think 70 million is more than enough to replace a player like Harry Kane at Spurs. Like, don't get me wrong, he's been their best striker and he's been one of the Premier League's best strikers. But 70 million with 1 year left on your contract for anyone, whether it's Havertz, Mount or Kane, is more than enough. What else I've got to do? I've got to do the gold upgrade and the silver upgrade. We'll get that done in a moment. We've got to do draft, which is why I said we're going to go into that in a minute. But yeah, hopefully I should be well on my way to getting a lot of these season progress updates done. Logically, where would you say he goes? Clearly looks like he wants to stay and beat Shearer's record. Yeah. Logically, he goes to Man United if they do put an offer in. Because he will fit Ten Hag's system. He likes to drop deep, which allows the wingers of like Rashford to get involved. Okay. Logically, as much as I hate to say it, I would like to see him at Chelsea. That had his best stats and best numbers under Pochettino. Doesn't want to sell to a Prem club, but enough money, and I'm sure he will. Exactly, logically, Spurs just want as much money as they can. He got a 50k back here for doing was it 50 professional battle wins? There we go. Yeah. Where are we at then? Oh geez, we've got loads. So we have 1082 pluses. Yeah. So if Chelsea put a bid in enough, I think. Oh, we've got De Bruyne. We need to submit into an SBC. Shite. I said I was going to take Cruz here, didn't I? What do I say? I'll take 3084s. I'm taking the 3084s. I know I said I'd probably take Cruz, but I'm not. Because I think I'm going to take the 1 of 5 Shapeshifters pick or 85 times 10. I don't know. 85 times 2. We've got enough of the 85 times however many, 83 plus times however many. The 84 times 10 I got. I should have taken Cruz, shouldn't I? He just doesn't fit my team really. Although he's German, so he probably would have done. That's my issue. I'm probably going to take the Shapeshifters pick if I'm being honest. Just because I want one. 1 of 3 85 plus. Let's open this now then. I'll take an 87 Verratti. That's not too bad. Right, let's see if we can do an SBC before we do anything, because I need to sell some players now as well. Centre back Buffon. 4-star, 5-star. Or that medium high, 6-4. That would be good. His defending's good. Oh, I do want a Buffon. I'm going to look at him. 5 for Trent. Way too expensive for a striker Trent when we've already got a Maguire striker. How weird. Oh, that's flipping fantastic though, isn't it? Shit the bed. Kante's there, Zola's there. We're not doing Zola. We should probably look at Zola. Cam, left mid, left wing. How expensive Zola? 88, 87, 86. Bronze, silver, gold. How much does that make him? $300k. Seems a bit much. Do we do Buffon? Vitinha, 90 plus icon. Year in review. Shapeshifters challenge. Shapeshifters challenge 8. World Cup. Foot Fantasy and Trophy Titans hero player pick. Not a chance. An 89 plus. No, that's one we looked at. So what's this? 90 plus icon. Team of the Year, Foot Birthday or Trophy Titans icon player rated 90 or above. 3 to complete 85, 86, 87 with a team of the season. I don't know if I want to do any of these. I might just do Buffon. I think that's better. Guaranteed a 93 rated Italian centre back. 85 rated, yeah, defo. Right, De Bruyne is going into this. Undoubtedly. No, come on, where are you? De Bruyne. Who else can we get rid of? Like a Verratti. Cool. Chiellini. All these 84s, because we're going to get them back soon enough anyway. You said... I think Mount's a great fit at United, and that's not me being biased. I just think with the new tactics, Ten Hag with 2 number 8s this season. Everyone is going with 2 number 8s this season. This is my... Oh no, what am I doing? Get rid of you. Put De Bruyne in. I also need a team of the season, or team that we'll use a team of the week. The thing is with Mount is, yes, he might fit that system very well, but he also might not, and that's the thing you've got to hold out for. It's not 85, right? Okay, so it's an 84. Cool, there we go. Oh, Muriel's alone. My bad. I think it's something to rock and hard place fighting. His Premier Legacy and Shearer's record is worth a league title. Copa del Rey impossible. I don't know, it's close. It's close. He's got a lot to consider. There we go. Yeah, he would do a better job than Ericsson will. De Bruyne and Buffon back into the club. That's huge. What was I going to say? Oh, we've got the Shapeshifters pick now. Here we go. So we're going to go with the 1 of 5 Shapeshifters pick. Confirm. To guarantee ourselves 8 Shapeshifters. Who would I like? Ideally, out of Team 3, João Felix, Pogba, Lloris, and or Klosterman would be nice. Shapeshifters Team 2. Icons in this, by the way. Dembele, De Jong, Martial. Richarlison and Neuer as picks would be good. Then Team 1, Rudiger, obviously Van Dijk would be massive. Or Bruno Fernandes, or Mahrez would be great. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh, I don't know who's worth anything from this. Is Adeyemi Team 2? Adeyemi's worth 60k. Oh, I don't know who's worth anything. Toko Akambi can't be worth anything. Toko Akambi's worth 110k, as is Becker. Oh, I've got to either go with a left back. Left back, left wing back worth 110k. Or Becker, who can actually play centre back and CDM, which I think is better. Medium high, 4-star, 4-star. Fit 5'11". Who would you pick in this instance? Becker for fodder, and he's the highest rated as well, and he's a premium. He's a premium player. Yeah. And then we're close to getting a 25 times. Or do we choose Del Piero? I don't know. Right, let's go and open these packs anyway. Got so many to open now. We had to actually pack any of them either. I think the only one we got was that goalkeeper from Espanyol. This actually should be a centre back, I think. Let's have a look. Who was it? Team 2. Yeah, Cabrera. Goalkeeper from Espanyol, but it's usually a centre back. I was right. Oh, 83 Coke. I thought it said 88 then. My eyes are deceiving me. Small triangle placeback, come on. Yeah, I think the money that we got for both Havertz and Mount is very, very fair. I feel sorry for Ziyech. That's who I feel sorry for, because we fucked up with his transfer to PSG. And now he's failed his medical in Saudi Arabia, so he can't go there either. No worries, Brendan. Let's get these 2 player packs done first. I'm probably going to end soon because I want to go to bed. 81 times 2, we'll do these next. I want to say the good pack still last. We've still got a lot of people like Aubameyang to get rid of as well that's on high wages. 80 plus times 5, how's the foot going after it is back to pretty much normal. I haven't got the full range of movement in it. Hey, Alaba and Mendy. Triple Real Madrid. Whoop dub. Right. Jesus, 50k pack, guaranteed 83 plus. Come on, B1. No. How have we still not packed one? I think we're just geeing up to pack like a big icon one. There's been 3 teams and I've packed 1 goalkeeper that's worth, what was it worth, 30k? $30k it was worth. 183 plus player. I think I've been put on the blacklist by EA. Okay again. I can't open all these and still not get one, surely. 285s. Come on. I'm losing my head. Willini and Aspas, can't believe it. I'm losing my bloody brain. We'll do these in order. Come on, Ramos and Griezmann. Yeah, I miss good pack animations, you know. This is a shit pack animation. Like, it's always been shit, hasn't it? That wasn't too bad. We're going to get 20 duplicates. How many of these do we get? 30, 20 of them will be duplicates, guaranteed. How have we still not got one? How have we still got this Galashi? How have we still not got another one? How? Oh, cheers, MUFC. Okay, content been meeting this year. Thank you ever so much. Much appreciated. Celebrate the first super chat from Mufk. Mufk, okay. Right. What player do you think we're packing from this? 30 84 pluses. I like how it doesn't tell you the pack odds on these either. You go to these. Show pack probabilities. Less than 1% to get a Shapeshifters player. Less than 1%. Awful. Tell me exactly the percentage. Nothing. Who are we packing? Who are we packing in this pack? Let's go. 88 rated. Still not a Shapeshifters. This is fucking abhorrent. Keylor Navas. I'm losing my head. I've won the whole season progress picking these 80 plus packs and not packing a single one. Are you dumb? I got two. Yes. How much are you worth? 100k. How much are you worth? 30k. 40k. I got two. Jesus. He actually fits my team as well. Gets it as a 5-star, 4-star. Put a dead eye on him, probably. I'm going to put a dead eye on him and play him at right wing. There we bloody go. We finally got. So who else did we pack? Navas, De Gea, Verratti, Robbo. So my walkouts were all shit. We got Hazard. We got a new Newcastle player. Hello. Boom. Jesus, right. I can go ahead and sell Diaby, which is fucking annoying because I bought his team of the year, team of the season, for 400k, and he dropped down in price, hasn't he? To like 300k max. It's daft. I've lost 100k on him. Where has it gone? Right, squad selector. In fact, no. I need to go sell these that we've bought. Who have I bought for this squad? Why is it being so slow? Danny Olmo. List. 29k, thank you. I didn't buy anyone else, did I? Nope. Squad selector. Squad. Here we go. This is my normal team. Diaby. Let's lift you back up 4. $300k. Watch yourself straight away, because actually it should be 302k. Okay. Good, there we go. Apply dead eye, perfect. Thank you very much. Cheers, Jeff. And then I can go get Adeyemi for this position, because that's who I wanted originally anyway. Adeyemi. Centre mid. Maximum of 100k. Let's just do Shapeshifters, shall we? Comes out as a cam and is even cheaper. Cheers, Luke. What? 61,500. No, literally 62k. There we go. That's a squad. Instead of you. Boom. There we go. What do we think to the team now, boys? Jeez. What do we think? Philippe Lam. Love it. But he's untradeable, isn't he? First owner. I mean, we've got a first owner Eusebio that we're not even using. That's mental. I'm rather using Petacek over Eusebio, which is mad because he's got 2 less pace and then better everywhere else. Games played full. Look at it. It's too good. It's too good. That links. We played some squad battles, so it's not really counting, but this is beautiful. Apply squad. I'm going to give him a anchor. Becker, probably. Getting perfect pace and then defending and physicals up. Because his passing's good, isn't it? His passing's good, short passing, yeah, vision. His dribbling's class. Defending physicals and pace up, boom. He's better check. Helmet squad. Look at the state of this team now. Does that make a difference? Are we getting a goalkeeper walker? Are we actually getting one? Because I keep seeing it leaked. Hopefully it'll be an SBC tomorrow. No, it'll probably be in the extra release. Squad Shapeshifters Team 3. Who we got in goal this time? No, Lloris is out of goal. Okay. Team 2. Team 1. Yeah, we've only had 1 or 2 so far. Odds on a 24-hour stream again for your birthday. Maybe. Mini release. I think he will come in mini release. If we do, Kyle Walker in goal he's getting put straight in there. Do we have any English links anymore? We don't. It's a shame. Don't have any Man City links. How good's this Gertz then? He looks very good. Flair finesse shot. Outside foot shot, beautiful. Oh, he's a premium Shapeshifters as well. Which means he gets full chem regardless. Beautiful. Could he just play right wing back? He's defending shit. But yeah, that's going to probably end it for the stream tonight because I need to get to bed. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Who sold? Oh, is it? Yeah, there you go. Oh, no, he hasn't. How much is Lacroix then? 24. We bought him for 74. Wow, all that time ago. What about Romarinho? Team of the season. 60. I bought him today for 78. How's that work then? Fuck it, he's getting listed for this. And that'll do. Then we'll sell these and that's another 400k. So I'll be up to about 500k then. To play around with. I did have 700k at one point. We've lost 200k across tax and just losing profit. I need a goalkeeper to go in goal that's over 90 rated. This is daft. Have I got any genuine players that aren't loans that are like well over 90? Becker. Oh, in fact, I forgot we had Becker. He's a premium as well. Oh, he only gets to hair onto 1 chem. Oh. I'm giving him a shadow, right? Oh, my days. I mean... we don't need the Premier League player either, do we? Spanish manager gets him onto 2 chem. But I don't really like him anyway. What goalkeeper do we go with? Schlobberslide Liverpool W. Double, absolute double. Players. Position. Goalkeeper. Search. Ter Stegen team of the season because he's German. Alison Kerbal. This is the issue. If I want to go with rating, it's got to be Kerbal. If I want to go with Bundesliga, it's got to be Kerbal, hasn't it? Could go icon goalkeeper. Let's put Lahm in the bin. Edison goes in the bin. By in the bit, I mean on the bench. Becca comes on. Martinez for you. Got Bryce Samba. Doesn't work. None of these work in goal. Can we make you a goalkeeper instead? No. But I would like to have you on the bench. Over Martinez. Are they both goalkeepers to centre-backs? What's that about? What is this? Pepe. Pepe actually looks really good. 4-star, 5-star, high medium. That is a nice card. How is that 30 odd K? That's daft. Like, look at that in comparison to Ozil. Better pace, better shooting, better dribbling, better defending, better physicals. 5 less passing. That's dumb. I mean, he's better than Bergkamp. By every stat. Mental. Who do we go for in goal? Wait, who's got the most order by popularity? Edison's footballers is most popular. Nick Pope, Showdown, Allison, team of the season. SBC, we never did it. Thibaut Courtois, team of the year. Butland, Maignan, and Yashin. We need the football agent vid back those. Yeah, maybe. Ramsdale would work, wouldn't he? Links Africa best player on the game, by the way. Cool. We just wait. We wait until the Kyle Walker appears, don't we? For now, Edison goes in, but we wait for a Kyle Walker to appear. He'll only get one cam though, that's annoying. Get rid of Klopp. Or does Klopp help with being German? No, we don't need it being German anymore. Haven't got Brazilian, but we have got Spanish. Hey is back. Boom. Yeah, there you go. If I can get it to play. I mean, links. Gift links. You only gift links Africa at Christmas. Well, no, sorry, you only gift links at Christmas. That is unreal, by the way. I mean, look at the state of the club. We need to do a draft as well. Let's go into a draft. I think we've got a draft token we can use. Oh, there you go. Diaby's just sold. Play. Where is it? Online draft. Yes. There we go. We'll do a draft. Let's copy the 4-2-3-1 wide right. There we go. I hate this. I'll choose Cantona, but we'll have to start him on the bench. Striker, here we go. Kenny, we're using Kenny. Right mid. That Llorente is tasty with a shadow on him as well. Left mid. Kingsley, do we take Kingsley Coman? I'm taking Kingsley Coman. We're not getting any links so far. Let's get us a Kimmich, please. I called it, and let's get us an Alphonso Davies. No, but we get Hernandez, we'll take that. Right back. Who do we get? We'll take Schmitz, because he's German. What do we take here? Take the Frenchman? No German, no Bundesliga. Zachariah looks tasty. Doesn't really link. We'll take the Frenchman just in case. Come on, centre backs. DLA because it's Bundesliga. Oh, we take Becker, don't we? Bundesliga. Or Upamecano because he's French. Yeah, we take Upamecano. Got to for chemistry. Hey Sam, is going well. German. Or Premier League. Take to stay in 94 rated. Huge. Sommer. Just for chem if we need it. So yes, we take So. Because he's better. Another centre back, huge centre back. Please give me a centre back. Jesus, high centre back. Jesus, you're going in. Because you're French. Und link. Oh my god. Oh my god. We get that De Jong. I mean, Depay and Thuram just don't work. So it's De Jong going in. He somehow gets chemistry because of Ter Stegen. Oh my god, that works. And Llorente. French Bundesliga. Cam. Boom. Who's missing chemistry? Quite a lot, actually. I wonder if Schmitz gets more. He does get more chemistry. That's outrageous. So really, we've made that Ter Stegen work. We can't take any of the wingers or the centre forward. So this is just a choice on who we want. I think we can find a better Messi. I might take Ribery here. Fernando Hierro works better. Gets a Spanish link. Really does up the chemistry. I like that a lot. Could do with a better cam. Sancho. Come on, better cam. Oh my god. Xavi Simons just doesn't work. He gets one Netherlands chem point and that's it. Sane works. And is insane. I'm not taking Bergkamp, he doesn't start. Take Medina. We've already got Cantona and Ribery to go in that camp position. Better striker would do us. Oh my god, that's even better. Oh my god. Where can we improve this? Just an above 90 rated striker, please. They're all centre forwards. I fucking hate this game. I hate this. Can it not auto-correct to the right position when you put them in it? Like if a player can play centre mid CDM and you put them into CDM, it should transfer from a centre mid to CDM. Oh, Dennis Bergkamp. Jesus. Okay. So in the start of the game, do we just put Dybala up top? I'm not playing it yet, I'll do it tomorrow on my own, but you know what I mean. 32 out of 33. Yeah, it's going to have to be. Boom. Jesus. We just got a 1-2-5. Dybala cam. Dembele striker. Would you start Dembele at striker? I would also start Dembele striker, although he's got a catalyst on him. That really doesn't help. Dybala's got a hunter, and I think that's a much better striker when he comes on. Because if I'm doing that, I'd rather play Cantona at cam. No, Dybala also works very hard at cam. We'll do it tomorrow. Should we do some upgrade packs while I've got a little bit of time? I need to get to bed though. I really do need to get to bed. There we go. That's 2 sold. Just Romarinho left now. Back up to about 500k. Yeah, I'm going to go to bed. Hope you guys have enjoyed this so far. Oh my god, I'm still recording. Shit. Right, I hope you guys have enjoyed. I shall catch you later. Goodbye.